She's like, your hair's damaged. I'm like, oh, okay, how can I fix it? She's like, you're gonna have to cut it off. Cut my hair. If you're thinking of dyeing your hair, coloring your hair, you saw my other video, the one where I dyed my hair ginger. This video is for you. Watch so you can learn from my mistakes so you don't have to cut all your hair off like I did. Hi guys, I am Roywa XO. We do all things afro traveling on this channel, but I thought to make this video because I can't just post the afro dyeing video and then cut all my hair off and sit in silence and not explain why I had to cut off all that hair, you know. So that is what this video is here for. And don't get me wrong, this video is not to scare you, because best believe I might dye my hair again, you know. Right now this is completely new growth, 1.5 years of growth. I can only imagine what my hair would have been like if I had kept it ginger and grew it out healthily. That is the keyword today. Okay, so let's get into it, guys. This is before you dye your hair. Okay, the first thing I want you to be aware of and to accept is that if you're dyeing your hair, you're putting chemicals in it. If you're putting chemicals in it, there's a level of damage you're doing to it, you know. It doesn't matter if you say no bleach. It doesn't matter if you keep it in for only 30 minutes, 10 minutes. You are putting chemicals in your hair. You're causing a reaction to take place. It's the same like relaxing your hair. People say, no, you can have relaxed, healthy hair. It doesn't matter. It won't be as healthy as it could have been in its natural state. So you just have to be aware of that. You just have to like acknowledge that, take it in, because acknowledging that is very important towards what's gonna happen next. Acknowledge that, okay, I'm changing my hair, so also what's gonna change, how I take care of it, what I do with it, how I deal with it, you know. If you dye your hair like blonde, it's a lot more damage compared to like dyeing it red, the darker colors. Oh, look at the sun visiting us. Wait, oh my gosh. I was literally praying, Lord, can the sun please come out for my video? Okay, yeah, so for me, I thought I'm not gonna put bleach. It's gonna be okay, I won't dye it. And because it's ginger, it's not too bright, not too much chemicals are being activated, I'll be good. No, honey, damage was still being done. Damage was still being done, and it's important to know this because now that you've damaged your hair a bit, it needs a different level of care, okay? So yeah, once you've accepted that and you're okay with that, you can continue. Let's go. Now that you've dyed your hair, you must know that your hair is basically like a baby. You've made it vulnerable. You've compromised it. So yeah, now that your hair is dyed, you have to put in more care, guys. Please, like, I can't emphasize this enough. If you are deep conditioning, deep condition even more. If you are doing protein treatment, do protein treatments even more. You need to keep even more effort in to keep your hair healthy. And not too much. Like for me, I would do every 2 weeks. So now every week, you understand? So it's not too much. Also, a lot of things people do is they dye their hair and they immediately go plait it. Hey, my dear. That's like a baby. You just gave birth to a baby and you want to immediately go put braids in its hair. Give it a minute. Let it breathe. Let it get used to what's going on. Take care of it. Make sure it's getting enough milk, enough nutrients. You understand the analogy I'm going with? To do so, then if you have to do braids or you have to put something on, at least make sure you're taking care of it. You're moisturizing. Please take care of it, okay? Okay, another important thing to note is your hair porosity before and after you dye your hair. It might not change too much, but let me tell you my story as to why this is important. This is actually why I had to cut my hair. Oh my gosh. Okay, it's okay. My hair is low porosity. Low porosity, quick definition, means that when I put my hair in water, it takes so long to get wet. That's like one of the most clear signs to know if your hair is low porosity. If your hair gets wet immediately, like shoo, water is inside, it's completely drenched quickly, high porosity. Okay, 2 options. So my hair is low porosity, but when I dyed my hair, it felt softer and water was coming in quicker than now in this natural state. So I was like, oh, my hair is high porosity now. Let's go. And because I know the difference of the two, I know how to take care of high porosity and I know how to take care of low porosity. Because to know one is to know the other. You understand? Because you understand, if I'm doing this for one, it means I must do the opposite one. If you're deep conditioning for low porosity, you're doing protein treatments for high porosity. That's the difference of treatments, okay? We can get more into that if you guys want, but that's the basics of those two. And those two are very important, guys. It's kind of like if you have dry skin, you're going to put on different lotion than someone who has oily skin. Do you understand? If an oily skin person has to follow my routine, their skin will break out. If a dry skin person has to follow, you understand? 2 different ball games. So we have to go to the salon. Let's go get this hair done. So now that my hair was softer, getting hair easier, I thought, oh, my hair is high porosity. So I started to treat it like it's high porosity. This is what a lot of people do. You treat it like the wrong thing. Protein treatments, putting lots of products, high porosity out. And I'm noticing my hair's falling out. Not falling out, but it's not growing. Like when I first dyed my hair, this is how long it was. And then now it was looking like this. So I'm like, what's actually happening here? What's happening? I can tell my hair is not growing and it should be growing. Like, you can just tell your hair is growing because time is going by, and you know, I'm still treating like high porosity. Cool, fine. I go to the salon, a natural hair salon. I go to the salon and she's doing my hair. She's like, your hair's damaged. I'm like, oh, okay, how can I fix it? She's like, you're gonna have to cut it off. Cut my hair off, my dear. Cut my luscious locks off, my dear. What do you mean? I didn't go back to the salon. I was like, this lady's an op. I didn't go back. I was like, I'm not going back. Why would I go back when she's telling me I have to cut my hair, my beautiful hair? Because she deals with clients. But I was like, Are you just going to tell every one of your clients to cut their hair so that they can now start to grow with you? With your treatment? No. Before I left her, my dear, she was right. My hair was damaged because I was treating it like high porosity, and it's not high porosity. That day even she said your hair is very low porosity. I was like, that's odd. That's so odd. I've been treating it like it's high porosity. So immediately when she was saying it's damaged, I knew what was wrong. I was treating it the wrong way. I understand the significance of this, and in doing it myself, I was like, shucks, it's Lee and Schuster. But anyways, that's why I'm emphasizing the high porosity versus low porosity thing. If you must go to a natural hair salon, let them treat your hair for you. Let them check your porosity. You don't even have to deal with all of this stuff. Make sure you're just doing the treatment, and you're doing the treatment right for your hair. So yeah, it was damaged. Even if I tried to grow it out, it was weak. It was damaged. I had been doing this over time. You just can't re-get it from that point. It's dyed, and I'm treating it the wrong way. Split ends galore. I was just like, you know what? It was my birthday actually when I cut it. I was like, let's just have a new start. Chop that stuff off. I was also just feeling dissatisfied in the fact that, I don't know, it just didn't feel like what I wanted. This is another chat for another day, but I have a story, a testimony with God about all the hair dyeing stuff. Even me being blonde. That era has ended. God has called me back to myself, because I was essentially, it's fine to be blonde, try out these colors, but I was essentially running away from myself. I was essentially trying to build another identity, essentially trying to perform for God, perform for love, perform for approval, perform to be seen. I had created this whole identity of being blonde, of having dyed hair, of looking like this, acting like this, to come across in the world. And that's not what God calls us to do. God has already created our identity. We just have to show up as we are. Not me preaching. I didn't think I was gonna share this story, but hey, like today. But hey, that's also part of the hair dye thing. But don't get me wrong, I still have the dyed wigs, I still have this and that. It's just a thing of, don't solidify yourself on changing your appearance, because you're gonna keep chasing, you never get satisfied. That's what I realized. I just didn't have the satisfaction I thought having a different appearance, having a different hair color was going to give me. Thank God he showed me that so soon. So yeah, those are the two things I will say. Number one, know what you're doing to your hair. Number two, know how to take care of your hair, and know that it's going to take more effort. Don't be lazy after you've dyed your hair and think you're going to grow it. If you want to dye your hair and keep it short, don't even care about anything I just said, right? Also, another thing I want to say is that your hair will fade. Okay, it's color. It's going to wash off slowly. All the treatments you're doing, all the wash, it's not like gripped your hair. Your hair is not changing completely to blonde or whatever it is. It will fade. Even if it's not going to fade back to black, obviously, but it's going to fade out, just change color. So you can either retouch it or enjoy the new color. And for me, that was the thing. It's like, I've already dyed my hair, I've already damaged it. Now I need to damage it again with more dye to keep the color. This is where I say hi. It's more work to take care of this hair alone. Now with the extra effort of dyed hair. And I used to see people dye their hair and cut it off, and I'm like, should I be concerned? My dear, you should be a little bit concerned. A little bit, okay? But it's okay. With these facts, you'll be able to do it and still enjoy your hair in that state, you know, for as long as you wish. So yeah, those are my tips. And let's go get this hair done.